Hey guys, um, Sticks is bringing you another in the kitchen recipe. Alright, as you know, it's a new year, and we're gonna come with some new contents. But at the same time, we're still gonna bring you food and juice, cause food and juice and all of those things is all about the body. Alright, keeping the body healthy, keeping the body strong and keeping the body fit, alright? So right now, today we're gonna bring you some aloe vera juice, alright? And for those who know it as aloe vera, and for some who know it as aloes, alright? And probably other name it's called in other parts of the world also. But this is a aloe leaf, you know what I mean? Or a pod if you want to. Aloes, alright? And we're gonna make some aloes juice today, alright? Now some of my subscribers have been asking for us to make some aloes juice, alright? And this is a healthy juice. And the basis that it build your body, it's also clean the body out, alright? Those are some of the health benefit that comes from it, alright? So in the process of doing this, as you can see, I got 2 leaf of aloes. Based on how much I'm gonna make right now, I think I'm just gonna make 1 leaf of it, because it depends on the amount of food I get out of the inside of it. I may not have to use both, alright? So right now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead, give me a minute there. Just a minute. Because this is very bitter, alright? This is a very bitter plant, alright? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm cutting off the end part of it there, and I'm not gonna try to peel all of it one time. So I'm just gonna go through the process so you guys can see what we do, alright? First, what I do is that I try to peel the leaves off, right? And in peeling the leaves off, peeling the skin off, you try to peel it as clean as you can. Try not to leave any of the green part of the skin onto it, alright? And I'm just showing you this process, alright? So you can go ahead and make sure you remove as much or all the skin if possible, alright? Now, as you can see, sometimes you're peeling it and you end up with green parts on it. You want to try to avoid leaving any of those green parts of the skin on it, alright? That's very important that you remove all the skin from it, alright? Now, while I'm explaining the peeling process, which obviously while you're peeling and you're following those instructions to make your aloe juice or your aloe vera juice, is a couple things that I also see happen in my house is that my wife and kids, when they buy it, they use it for other purposes, like on their skin and stuff like that, you know. So it has a lot of health benefit for it, alright? Now, some of you can use a very sharp spoon, but as you can see, you see how pure that is, and in some places I don't think it come out that white and pure. It kind of have its own color to it. But if it's a fresh aloe or a fresh aloe vera, this is what you're gonna get out of it. All the slime, don't pay that much mind, you know what I mean? You're just gonna go ahead and peel, and you see you get a nice piece of fruit right there from it, and it look quite nice, right? So you go ahead and peel, and in many cases, if this is a stale one or it's bad, or it's been sitting down for a while, you're gonna find it's colored, and like you're looking at this here, you see how that part there start to change a little bit and look a little bit mauvish or purplish like. That's what you're gonna get from it. So try to use as fresh a one as you possibly can for the health benefit that you're looking to get from it. All right. And this one become very thin, so you try to cut the food out of it. All right. And then the reason why I call this the food, because at the end of the day, this is what you're gonna end up using as your juice. All right. And as you can see, I got that amount going there. And basically, excuse me guys while I wash my hand. Now, basically, the reason why I said either, I'm going to use both or I'm going to use one, it's based on the amount of juice I'm making, all right? And this here going to end up being a small amount, so I'm going to add the other one to it to prop up the amount of it, all right? I'm not going to go through a whole lot of process into it. Alright, I'm just gonna take another piece off of this one, as you can see. Alright, take a piece off this one, and like I said, you can choose the way you go about and peeling yours to get the fruits out of the foody part out of it to make your aloe juice. Alright, or aloe vera juice or aloe's juice, or you know what I mean. So you get the gist of the name that it'll be called in different places. All right. Now, the slime of this product is very good, very good. So don't be turned off because you get all these slime coming out of it. Just don't be turned off by that. All right. I'm gonna take you over to the blender, and I'm gonna blend this up, and I'm gonna explain to you the process of blending this up, because it's a process, all right? So I wanna let sure you get that. So I'm gonna take you over to the blender and show you how this process go. All right, all right. So all right, guys, as you can see, my hand is in it, all right? And some people take spoon and all that stuff. I'm taking my hand to take out these pieces out of here. I just and remember I told you when it's changing, you can't see that on the camera, but when it's changing, you get that color. And that's when it's sitting down for a while. And as you can see, that one is fresh, but the tail of it is maybe a day or so old. So you might begin to get a little changes in the color when you start to do when it start to get a little bit stale, if you may. And we have it in there. Look almost like the color of the blender. And for me, I like to do a little chopping first. And as you can see how it's all get all milky and frothy and stuff like that, and now I'm gonna blend it all in, alright? Now this is not finished blending, and I can't, you'd have to take a spoon. You have all the froth and all of that coming up, but this aloes here, it need to be blended to liquid itself, all right? It's got to be blended out till it become liquid. If it's not blended out till it become liquid, you're gonna end up with the black, if you look down at the bottom here, you might be able to see those little chop pieces, and you don't want that in your juice, all right? So you got to blend it out liquid. So we're gonna bring you back and show you when it become liquid form, all right, and then we'll show you the ingredients that we're gonna add in there. Now if you look close, you can see already forming the liquid at the bottom down there, and that's gonna be the part that's gonna create the juice for you, all right. So we're gonna blend this down to liquid, and then we'll bring you back and show you what we're talking about. Okay, all right. So you guys, as you can see, we blend out all the aloes, all the aloe vera. I'm using all the various names back home in the island, in Jamaica, of course. My grandmother used to call it Single Bible. You know, she would say, go around the garden and go cut some Single Bible and bring around here, and they use it for their skin. You know what I mean? And as a matter of fact, when you peel this, the skin itself that you have left over is still useful. That peel part of the skin, you rub it all over your face and your hand and stuff like that, and that will help to remove blemishes and spots and so forth from your skin. Those are some of the benefits. So it's not naturally a waste, even when you peel the aloes. If you have people in your house and they have a little blemish and stuff like that on their face, or they want to get them face a little bit cleanish and stuff like that, if they have, you know what I mean? You can rub that on your face at the same time, and that will help with clearing up your face if you think you need to, a little natural assistance. And even if you don't have blemishes, it's still good for your face. It's bitters, it's naturally good for your skin, naturally good for your pores. That's all, that's natural, all right. And I'm gonna begin the process. I'm not talk too much about the whole health benefit of good for cold and all of that. I'm just not gonna get into it with you guys. So I'm gonna get into here in this process over here. I want to show you guys the ingredients that we're gonna add to it. All right, and then you guys can go along to make your own healthy juice step by step. All right. So here in the process, we have ourselves a nutriment, all right? You can choose to get supplement if you want. You don't have to necessarily use nutriment. You can use supplement if you want. We have a Guinness, you know what I mean? You don't have to use Guinness. You can use Dragon Stout if you want, if you can get Dragon Stout where you are. And we have a condensed milk, which is sweet milk. And based on the variance of the how sweet you want the juice, you might use 1 or 2 condensed milk. Depends on the size of condensed milk in the area where you are. For us, this size is smaller size. I've seen bigger size than these. I have a little nutmeg, just a little spatch of nutmeg, gonna be grated into it just for the taste, for the taste, and give it that nice little smell also of back home for me anyway. Of when my grandmother make this juice. And another little side story, me and my friend used to make this when we were younger back home. We used to make the same aloe vera juice. We did not have blender those times, so we used to have to get a fork out, peel the aloe vera, the aloes or the Single Bible, and use that fork and mix it till it turn liquid. And that's how we would make our juice, just like how you would mix out an egg for egg punch or something like that. So yeah, so first I'm gonna put in the nutriment, alright? And so we get our nutriment in there, because this thing could break a nail, so I hope you don't have nail. Get a spoon or something like that to pop the top of it if it's gonna create difficulty on your finger. You don't lose your nail trying to open it, so you get a spoon or something like that. Man, I don't got, you know what I mean? So, and this case, I'm still looking for the cutter. So I'll show you guys. So let's see, I'm up in modern days also. A little boy growing back in the country, obviously. I'm doing my milk, and my milk is built out of using a knife to cut my milk. You know, back in those days they have those cutter you have to dance around the can with. So I'm gonna add my sweet milk in it, and the reason why I'm adding my sweet milk in it right away is because I'm gonna go ahead and I'm not adding all of it one time. I'm just gonna add about 3/4 of it or so forth. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna get the rest into it because obviously you could have seen the amount of aloes I have in there, and that's gonna end up being a very bitter thing because obviously everybody who know aloes, we know aloes is very bitter. All right, so I'm gonna do a little bit of Guinness into it also because I'm gonna blend it some more. Now, before I did that, we obviously spent about 5 minutes blending the aloes to get it down to liquid. So we can add these things into it, and we're gonna blend it again to get it down to more liquid. No, not that it's gonna if you don't blend it out to liquid pure totally, it's gonna do anything to you or anything like that. It's bitters, and bitters is always good for your inside. It's always good for your skin. It's good for your blood. I can't go into the whole medical properties that it has for you. So, but we add these things to it. It's like you would say you're making a Guinness punch with your Guinness and your milk and all of those things. And on average I do about 12 ounce of Guinness or something like that. So this we're probably gonna end up have to mix in the maybe 2 part or something like that because of the foamness and stuff like that. So we're gonna mix this up again for it to blend into one. All right, so let's do some blending here. Let's see what damage we are doing here before we proceed to blend. All right. Yeah, as you can see, too much liquid one time, so don't want to create a mess. Obviously the blender is very powerful, small as it is. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do everything right here and just save ourselves the trouble and thing like that. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna throw out some of this. All right, now depends on how much of it you're making. You could have used a bigger blender cup for more liquid. All right, but based on the fact that this is, let's not mess up those because let's get a piece of paper towel. That's just fine. All right, piece of paper towel, cleaned off and go again. All right, obviously you're gonna wash all of this up, so we'll put on back the cover and then we're gonna blend. Now, as you Alright guys, as you can see, I fixed that technicality, still coming up, but that gives you an idea that the liquid proportion that we put inside there is a little bit too much. Now let me stop this a little bit and show you. As you can see, the container is 3/4 and we're still overflowing, and we didn't excess. We put one of this in there, we put a little bit, about little less than half of this Guinness inside there, which is about average, I say about 12 ounces, and we put about a little over half of the milk inside there on top of the Guinness, on top of the Cinco Bible or aloe vera aloes, and you can see the result of it. So use a measurement, alright? Or judgment. Better judgment than I use, obviously. you guys don't want to sit back and listen to all this blender noise in your ears, and I'm pretty sure I've given you enough blender noise in your ears to last a lifetime. Alright? But this is the basic concept of your aloe vera juice. And what I'm gonna do, and you obviously see some of the measurement is a bit off in terms of the container which we're using. I would say half the container with whatsoever you're mixing, and if you have to end up mix over the amount, then you know what I mean, I would transfer and start over. Alright, so what we're gonna do, because we do so much in here, and this is gonna happen fine, I'm gonna transfer it over to this container, and then I'm gonna transfer this into there, and proceed to add the rest of the milk and a little more guineas, and those are all for the texture. And I'm gonna add a little bit of nutmeg at the finish of it. Right, and then we'll show you guys the process when it's finished 100%. So you'll see what it look like in the container when it's finished. All right, so hang tight, we'll show you what it look like. All right. So there you go, guys. Obviously you could have seen me spilling over the juice in the blender. There's an over excess amount of juice. So like I was saying before, make the amount you want to the size blender that you have, obviously. And this size we were using was obviously not the size for the amount of juice that I decided to make. Anyway, this is the amount of juice that we make out of it. Alright, and you can see in there, you can see the nutmeg on top of it. This is just froth on top of it. Alright, and what we're gonna do with the Cinco Bible, aloe vera, aloe's juice, I'm giving you all those names. We're gonna put this in the fridge. Alright, and we're gonna make this sit for as long as you want, till dinner time is ready, or lunchtime, or whatever time you want to have it. Normally when I normally make this juice with my friends and so forth, we normally have a big pot going on the fire with some dumpling and some stuff like that rolling at the same time. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make this sit in the fridge in the juice bowl. We're gonna have it cool out, because obviously you can be drink like this, but it serves best when it's cool and chill. Alright, now I've already gone through the process of tasting it, and I'm telling you, it tasted amazing. You know what I mean? And as I can show you, that's the froth on top of it, and if I were to mix it, you can see there's a juice underneath. So we're gonna have this sit down. This froth is gonna eventually go away when you get your the cream on top of it. Is gonna eventually go away when you get your juice in your glass. The next suggestion I'll also make is that this is served best with ice. Alright, so not because you have it in the cooler cooling. When you take it out to serve it in your glass, you throw a bead or two of ice into it. Alright, and you'll find it to be a very excellent juice. And for the process of this, we're gonna do some ackee and saltfish, Jamaican style, national dish style, and we're gonna see about some food with it. Alright, and we're gonna show you what it look like into a glass, served with ice. Alright, so this is your aloe vera juice, or for those who don't know, the aloe vera is aloes, and from my grandmother days, it's Cinco Bible. Enough respect to my elders. Alright, and these are the juice that they give us to drink. It's very healthy, it's very purifying, and it purifies your body. It purifies your blood. It's good for coal in your system. You name it. And like I mentioned before, you can also use it to clean your skin. I don't want to keep on reiterate myself over and over about the benefit of it, but this is what your aloe vera juice look like, you know. And there's other little things you can add in there, but I don't want to mention it. I might end up making another one another time, and I'll add something else into it that you'll be surprised that could actually goes into it. All right, but yeah, this is aloe vera juice and LA sticks in the kitchen, bringing you some healthy juice. All right, I wait. There you go, guys. That's what it look like. Having yourself a Jamaican national dish, a canned saltfish, and you're gonna have yourself aloe vera juice with smashed up ice inside of it. And obviously, you can see the nutmeg on it also, so you can see how appetizing that juice is. Alright? Alright.
Yes, health is wealth. Vital is vital. Try and take care of